Hello and welcome back to another video. Here with me, Arne. We're playing Esper Control. It is, or has been, the, mainstay top control deck in previous standard before Wilds of Drain. It presumably is still very good, and it received some new tools. We have, for one, Restless Fortress, if I can pick it out of the mana base, which is, the black and white manland. We don't have the blue-white one, we don't have the blue-black one, we just have a black-white one. And I do not have high hopes for this, but we'll see in this video and in these games if it actually turns out to be good. Same goes with one copy of Virtue of Persistence. I'm not the biggest fan of this card, and I wouldn't just put it in my generic mid-range deck, but because we're Esper Control and games go super long, we have an early game removal, and then that late game 7 mana side might actually come up. And hey, if you play against mono red, you even have some life gain on top of the removal. Sorcery speed, of course, not optimal, but hey, at least that little life buffer will help against mono red. So yeah, trying that. The 7 mana side can just single-handedly win you games if resolved against, for example, mono black or blue black. Bit difficult to resolve there, but just saying. I mean, the 7 mana side is threatening against some decks, but most importantly, and the card that I have the highest hopes for, is Quick Study. Just being able to hold up all your interaction in the early game, and then when your opponent doesn't do anything meaningful, being able to draw 2 is very nice. Usually, Esper Control played Siphon Insight in that slot. Well, Siphon Insight is a, really nice card. Nothing against it. It costs you 5 mana to get 2 cards, first of all. So, there's that. And Siphon Insight has a, if you play against mono white aggro or mono red, and you Siphon Insight them, that's not great. They usually, what are you getting? Like a 1-drop, a mountain. It's not great. It's pretty terrible. And Quick Study, you will always draw the cards that you have in your deck, so no complaints there. I think Quick Study might have a home here in that slot because it's just a more consistent way of gaining card advantage than Siphon Insight really is. So yeah, that is Esper Control. Good old, end all be all. Has the best answers in the format, has great sweepers, cheap, efficient removals. Sheoldred's Edict is phenomenal. Void Rend, catch all. Cheap counter spells. Warning Emperor is the best Planeswalker. Memory Deluge is the best card draw spell. Just still has it all. Sideboard, I can glance over it real quick. We have Chromos Seedshark now as I'm trying this as the main sideboard threat, which I think it just covers all angles. It's very nice against aggressive decks, but then can come in against basically anything as a way to just finish games, stabilize, go around certain hate. If your opponent brings in, I don't know, Skrelv Scythe or some way to draw cards, there's this new Beanstalk 2 mana green enchantment. You can just play Sheedshark and go aggro, turn the corner, and no matter how many cards they draw, as long as you have a couple of cheap counter spells to protect the shark, you will amass an army of incubators very quickly and then just destroy your opponents with that. And yes, sideboard, otherwise, we have some counter spells with Siphon Insight now. The sideboard, this is still, one of the best cards against Dimir midrange, against the mirror match, So definitely playing it in the 75, temporary lockdown against the aggressive decks, cut down also against aggro, go for the throat. Just a second copy. It's the most flexible 2 mana removal that you can get. You can play Parasitic Grasp, you can play Whack. I don't know, you can play all kinds of things, but Go for the Throat comes in against mono red, will kill that Furnace Punisher, will kill that Adeline against mono white, will even come in against Esper Legends, killing Raffine, Sheoldred, what has, it just does it all and is a bit more, better than Sheoldred's Edict, of course, against decks that play like 1-drops, where Sheoldred's Edict always will eat at the worst creature of theirs, and then Go for the Throat can just take out the Adeline and you take 1 more damage from Hopeful Initiate. Who cares, So yeah, that is Esper Control. I suggest you check until the end of the video. This is again from Twitch, and I will make adjustments to the deck in the end of the video and have an updated list that I feel, more comfortable with. And but yeah, for now this is the start to try the new cards, and then you see from there. All right, guys, enjoy the gameplay, have fun. All right, play first. Okay, I mean, need lands pretty desperately. I think it's a mulligan. On the draw, I might have kept. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I just put away the expensive card. Bit unfortunate that I don't have the appropriate blue mana for my Dissipate right now. Okay. I have not tried a deck with Decadent Dragon. It would probably have to be a red-black deck, right? I feel like the red in this format is not particularly good. So, not super excited about playing red, and at that point, it's like... there's better, like Dimir or green black are just so much better than red black, I believe. Is there any good reason, like Blood Type Harvester is a reasonable 2-drop? It's a good 2-drop, obviously. But is there any other reason to play that deck? I wouldn't know any. I'm not playing Worlds now. Hmm. Nothing. I like that. One's stuck on mana and probably has not a mastermind. Hmm. Don't worry about that. If there's play Sheoldred or Kaito. I mean, they don't have a Kaito, obviously. Sheoldred would be somewhat annoying. How annoying are these masterminds? Somewhat. If I go end of turn Memory Deluge, they can make disappear. Then I go Emperor, kill one of them. I'm just countering it. I don't know. Maybe risky. I'm planning to play an Arena Open this weekend, yes. But I'll be visiting. I'll be on a trip over the weekend, so I'll have my laptop with me, but I won't stream it. Guess I'm. Guess Celestials can be a little unfortunate against Very Mastermind. Pretty tempting to kill this. I feel like if my opponent was going to do that, they should have done it in response to Celestials to prevent this from happening. Then at least couldn't have done this, and they would have drawn an extra card. Cut down my guy. Where to look for good decks? Yeah, MTG Melee, MTG Goldfish, MTGO deck list. Then there you are on the official side. It's also dice to cut down, huh? Which is just terrible. I think I messed up. Pretty crucial mistake, actually. That might cost me this game. I needed to play a Desert Beach here. So my opponent can't go Mirrex token, make disappear here. With casualty. That was a huge mistake. Oh. I mean, if they have make disappear, they have make disappear, I guess. Okay. Lucky me. I guess what I could have done is I could have just take the damage. So they don't have make disappear pretty clearly. They might have another airtie, which if they counter airtie with Memory Deluge, that also would not be great for me. So I'm thinking about doing this right now. It also means that I can find cut down for this. And keep my Emperor around. It means that I can't get the Celestia's trigger. That's what I was contemplating about. But I think it's fine missing that. This just seems much safer. You know what? Nah, I'm just gonna let it happen. Okay. It's like if I find lands with this or one land, then I can discard it into this. But I think it's better to just keep up all my mana. So I can like activate Mirrex, make disappear anything in response to something. Yep, like that. Now I could also attack with the manland if I want to. Guess this. 6, 7. Could just Memory Deluge again. Sure. Quick study. Alright. I could also take Negate. Or Edict. Edict kind of gets rid of everything. That was a good showing. I mean, they missed land drops early game, I suppose. Sunfall, all these sweepers go. Like me this, I like this, I like that. Maybe fourth cut down is a bit aggressive. Negate is good. Oh, I have different art negates. Lovely. Oh shit. Virtue is probably not that great. Seedshark is fine. I feel like I like this approach, I think. I mean, Virtue is probably just garbage. I mean, the one thing that can win against me, I feel like, is the Mirrex. But I do have Emperor to sort of prevent that from happening. I wouldn't have cut down, it's just good on the draw. It's these two guys. I just enjoy playing this deck. Feel good. It's a challenge. It's always this puzzle solving. How do you survive best? What do you do exactly? I mean, the entirety of Magic is puzzle solving. Every single turn is figuring out with whatever deck is figuring out the best turn and so on. But I don't know, there's just something satisfying, I guess, about establishing control and then surviving. Huh. This could go south. I think I'm gonna try it. Don't like mulliganing against duress deck. And the creatures, well, they're good. Like, I don't have anything for creatures right now, right? Like Evolved Sleeper, Fairy Mastermind. It can take some hits from them. It's not that big of a deal. How do you feel the new manlands affected Esper control? Of course they're, like, first of all, there's not many decks that are high. I feel like theoretically the black-white one, because Esper is like a big player in the format, is the best of the bunch, but the black-white one actually turned out shit. Like, the black one would see a lot of play if it would be good. So, yeah, but it turned out to be bad. So, you know, it's probably not going to see much play. And then the green-black one is very strong, and you know, green-black is probably a deck. But then the rest of them, I'm not sure. You know, like. Red white, who's going to play red white? Blue green, who's going to play blue green? You know, I think it shouldn't make that much of an impact. Is basically what I'm saying. And Emperor is pretty good against manlands, so there's that. Pia, yeah, maybe that deck. Oh, the token deck on your last YouTube is insane. It's okay. Siphon Insight is pretty good. I like that. I haven't seen many Demir lists. I have never actually seen a Demir list run Siphon Insight against me. But that is actually really good. Siphon Insight and Memory Deluge are really good against this deck. But the thing is, though, they prolong the game ultimately. And prolonging the game against Esper is not where you necessarily want to be. I always have to double check. Okay, left side, kill normal creature. Middle, token. Right, planeswalkers. Will I ever get it into my brain? Will I ever get it into my brain? The red-white one is the one control wants? Nah, control wants. I wouldn't say that, no. Control likes lifelink, It's good in control decks. Hall of Storm Giants, just like a massive thing. Don't think control is happy with the red-white one. We could build Jeskai and play that. The red-white one looks very strong. I mean, the red-white one is very good, I think. So, it's just a little bit... they stole my quick study. Damn it. How dare you? Take the manland. Just take Desert Beach. They want more tap lands. Yeah. 5 cards. Yeah, I don't love this card. I think it's gonna just bye-bye soon. Not where you want to be. Yeah, maybe there's a PI aggressive deck with adventures. That'd be sweet. I was certainly gonna explore that more. Guess I negated. The blue-red one? Yeah, the blue-red one I guess is also fine. Like if those decks actually see play, then yeah. I wonder if she even should care about this thing. I could just deluge. Trying to figure out what's the worst thing that can happen to me here. Maybe I'm just thinking too much. Just kill this and be good. I mean, it's Sheoldred, I guess, if I don't find an immediate answer to Sheoldred. But then again, like, I'm at 19, I have a Memory Deluge. Otherwise, I also take 5 from this. It's just gonna flip and exile 1 Sheoldred. Yeah. Guess I have to take a pain now. I guess what I do, I do enable Make Disappear to become an efficient counterspell. Yeah, maybe I played this wrongly. Maybe I'm supposed to just play Deserted Beach, take my medicine, and let him do things. Yeah, because now they make disappear, and I fucked up. Yep. Arne being a dummy. No? Okay. Oh. Okay. That's not what I wanted to see. Did not expect to see you play standard, friend. What's up, friend? Yeah, I mean, some standard, I think. It just... I enjoy the format and... You know, gotta do... Okay. Gotta do content and stuff. Might do some Pioneer next week, maybe. Okay. Well, that's good. You have Negate. It's your last card. No, okay. I can just return another Sheoldred, right? Trespasser. Respectable. For example, this would be an actual playable card. We could kill the Kaito here, but no, it's what's good. One thing that's really nice about manlands historically in standard is that they are good at taking out planeswalkers. 1 power. Why wouldn't you exile some creatures from your graveyard? Life total matters. Opponent played this game kind of nicely, but this seems suboptimal. Interesting. Why wouldn't you choose more Mastermind? No, don't want to. Sheoldred. I guess I'm glad I have more life than I should have, probably. Oh, okay. Right after I used my Void Rend. Ooh. I can't do both. Activate Mirrex and Fortress. So I choose the Mirrex. No Sheoldred, please. That I can live with. Good one. I love Void Rend in this deck. Yeah, Void Rend is sick. Like, Fable and Bankbuster were both so suppressive towards Void Rend. But like, now it's free. It's free. Both those threats that made the card look shit are gone. And it's just, you know, the format is very efficient still, so you can't play like too many Void Rend. But I've been pretty happy running 3 into 75, like 2 main, 1 sideboard. It's a bit unusual to have a card that is that versatile in the sideboard, but I think it makes sense because people bring in slower things like Phyrexian Arena, where you then want more of that effect. It looks like Mirrex is just gonna do the trick here. Oh, oops. I didn't even think about that. Interesting. I think maybe I'm just supposed to not care and make a Mirrex token. But I guess if they have another blocker here, I definitely clicked too fast there. That was not my intention. Maybe probably better to just Siphon, honestly. It's worth more than a Mirrex token, maybe. I mean, I put him to 1. If they have a blocker. I would only put him to 2 life, 2 poison, 8 poison, whatever you want to call it. But that's not lethal. So they have Underdog in the grave and 1 card in hand? No, they have 0 cards in hand. They have 0 cards? Oh, they have 1 card from me, I see. I feel like Farewell is not a sideboard card. What do you think? Depends on the meta game. Farewell is a bit expensive. So it's just very clunky. I think 1 in the main. You will always want 1 in the main, I think, because it's just to have that effect available to you. It's very nice, but 2 is kind of a lot. It's reasonable to play 2, but especially with Demir midrange in the format, I don't know, like, depends. The format is less around counterspells, the card becomes better. But I feel like right now it's a lot of counterspells. Okay, I'm at 13. I'll just swing in there. I mean, Neo Silencer, yeah, we like talking about these details. If you want the third Sunfall or what have you, it's opponent, you did that in the wrong order. Oopsie. Yeah. Sure, you can play free Sunfall. I mean, that's reasonable. Ugh, these hands. What are these hands? What is this? They're really putting me to the test here. Okay, it would be really nice to know what am I playing against. Playing against a deck where cutdown is not good, I would just mulligan. So I'm on the draw, tap land, but they do have the cutdown. So that sort of dampens the blow that these 2 tap lands deal to my early game. I don't know, I probably should mulligan this hand. When in doubt, just take a mulligan. It's normally my line. Restless Cottage. Let's see how the Dread Knight is against me, I guess. That's going to be interesting. I think this is actually the way you want to do it, because you want them to use it on turn 3, so they don't get to efficiently use their mana. If I do it on turn 4, they can then just play the Dread Knight. Yeah, Dread Knight seems annoying. Certainly, underdog. If you kill an underdog early, they're usually not going to return it until late. And then you just have Emperor and kill it. But the Dread Knight is... It's different. I can see that you need some more exiling now, maybe. Blessing, Turtle. You got it. Turtle time. And a swing and a miss. Good old Hill Giant. Swing and a miss. What do you think of a white exiling lightning bolt from Mom to answer Dread Knight? Oh. That's not unreasonable, no. Playable card. Glisser. Oh, Glisser. I feel like I don't care about them drawing a card for a turn. I just want to get to farewell. Could also just play March of Otherworldly Light. March of Otherworldly Light, if you think about it, gets a lot better in this format. Reason being manlands. Manlands actually see play. 1 mana kill a manland is quite good. Ugh. Didn't want that. I wanted you to play differently. Play more creatures. I guess it was too obvious. It's too obvious what I have. Not even playing a Dread Knight. Not even playing a Dread Knight. Cards in hand. Time to Memory Deluge. I'm not gonna go Virtue because that's just too risky against Boseiju or the other thing, Tear Asunder. And also they have the cottage, so I have to be a little careful with my Deluge because they can exile it if I don't. I'm not careful. You got it. They're keeping up removal to kill their own Dread Knight. It's a reasonable game to play. Maybe this and this. Don't think I want to farewell here. I want to keep up counter magic. stops now. Oopsie. Maybe it was wrong because I have to virtue. You might actually like some cards in the graveyard. Yeah. I was thinking about like Takenuma and stuff, but Black Rain. So the rest and some planeswalkers is what I have to be afraid of. The turtle. Turtle makes Dissipate, I guess, a bit better. They have lots of 4-drops. I think I know what list they're running. They're running the list that I have in front of me out of the Japan event that made like top 8 there. Then they have Breached the Multiverse and Nissa Ascendant Animist in their sideboard, and Phyrexian Arena and Liliana of the Veil number 3, and Free the Rest 1 Pilfer. So they have a lot of removal to take out. So I probably want some counter magic. Not sure about the cut down. Seems kind of bad. If it's just there to kill the 2-drops, it's just not that good. Temporary lockdown. Risky, but maybe good enough. Maybe just Farewell. Let's play Disdainful Stroke, actually. Okay. Empress. Just... It's a lot of lands. I might have to play this. Emperor's so good against this deck, though. Emperor's just nasty against these black mid-range decks. Elspeth Smite. Yeah, I can see it. I can dig it. March of Otawara Delight. I can also understand that. Lord Skidder. Postboard Lord Skidder. I mean, I guess if you want to do it that way. I love it. Yeah, opponents learning the cards as they're playing. Yeah, no, I just... Oh wow, not even attacking. Yeah, but I have the Sunfall to Mega Punish here. Do I just play an Emperor and go busy? Maybe. Maybe? Like plus, then Sunfall, then minus. Probably not. Huh. Maybe just... If I draw a 6th land, I can go Chalicious. Yeah. This card is quite good. Quite good. I think one of the first cards that I like in my mind wanted them to... Or like cards that I came up with was a sweeper for like 2 white, black, blue, so the Esper colors. Sorcery, exile all creatures. I thought like that would be fair. It would be in Esper colors, and they gave me a much better card. But I mean, that was a long time ago that I had that card right here, you know. And then they gave us Farewell first, even. Farewell also pretty bonkers. Could actually activate and attack. I should gonna do this. Should have done it first. Yeah, okay. Now I could have had to hit them for 4. Yeah, I think I messed up here. So I don't really need to keep up mana against them. That's the nice thing about this deck, that between Sheoldred's Edict and Void Rend, you literally, like, you can tap out. There's no more Invoke Despair you have to be worried about. You can just tap out against a lot of people. Right, like, yeah, you got yourself a Nissa, it's cool. She's gonna die though, so... Oops. I made a slight misstep there, theoretically. I should have just attacked the Nissa, see what they do. If they chump block, then I do it in the upkeep. Then I kill the Nissa in the upkeep and I get the Celestius trigger. So I missed out on a Celestius trigger there. Don't really care. I'd rather just Deluge. Although I could have countered making Mirrex. Too strong. Esper too strong. Arne and blue control decks, now more iconic duo. Yes, indeed. I mean, this deck is just lovely. It is really good. Can you fault me? How are you doing, my man? It's always a pleasant surprise to see you here in chat. Alright. Guess vetting announcement is an option, so I better hold up Negate. Do you think control is an okay position? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, why wouldn't it? Yeah, totally. Totally. I think it was tier 1 clearly before. I don't see what should have, you know, made it worse or whatever. What are best sideboard cards with control besides Siphon? Skrell Scythe, it's a good one. Betting Announcement, Duress, Planeswalker, Liliana of the Veil, Kaito, Mirrex in Arena. Cheap permanents that, you know, do multiple permanents essentially. Opponent has a Emperor of their own. Could have just made a Mirrex there. I feel like with a second Emperor in my hand, I'm kind of, third even, kind of okay running it out there. Actually, let's just, doesn't look too hard here. I wonder if this is better or worse than Quick Study. Maybe I just want the 4th Quick Study. It's like it's a bit annoying to deploy. Do you think Illusionon could be a nice sideboard option against ETB decks? Sure, as long as they don't run very efficient removal for her. Yeah, you could certainly play an Illusionon if you want to. The Beanstalk made ramp matchups quite tougher. Okay. Yeah, Beanstalk seems good. Ironforge. I have not considered Ironforge now. I'm usually not a big fan of mana stones in my control decks. You're often better off just having more lands. And then playing your lands and playing a 2-drop interaction spell, right? Like, if you play an Ironforge turn 2, you're not interacting with your opponent. It might mean you fall a little bit too far behind. You know. It makes sense in theory often, but it doesn't play out that well necessarily. Oof. Not hitting the land there. It's kind of rough. Maybe I played with fire too much. It's not I can theoretically resolve that virtue. I don't have an answer. Or a breach. I guess a breach is not even that good because I have Sunfall. One way you lose with this deck is by missing land drops. Quick Study helps with that. I mean, as does Siphon Insight, to be fair. Yeah, okay. Bit of a weird game. Yeah, but like this black-white pile, I don't see the appeal to a deck like that. It's gonna be bad against the ramp decks because they're gonna overpower you, and it's looking quite bad against Esper control. One card left. It beats black. Yeah, it does beat black green. It does beat fair decks, I guess. But I mean, why not just play Esper control at that point, and then you also win against big mana because you have blue mana, and you get to play like one of the most oppressive card advantage spells Standard has ever seen. You can also kill that with the trigger on the stack, actually. The Sheoldred Edict. Sheoldred Edict is pretty messed up against the Angel. Okay. Is this a matchup where I want the Seedshark? Maybe. Maybe. Not sure what I want exactly. I think I want the Disdainful Stroke. Lockdown is good if they have some weird sideboard card like Screll Scythe. But then again, they have Rite of Oblivion, so they can blow up the Lockdown. Yeah. I like Lockdown most against like Mono Red and Soldiers, where they don't have answers to it often. Siphon is okay. Siphon is okay, Celeste is okay. Seedshark, Emperor, they're all okay. I'm gonna try some Seedsharks. They don't work that well with the sweepers. Nah, they still do, right? In the end, you can just not flip your incubates. I was not around when you did Quiet Speculation for free deep analysis. That sounds pretty painful, though. But yeah, good old draw 7. I mean, I played Dig Through Time. That card was also messed up. The fetch lands. That was in Standard. That was good times. Should I fetch up that Esper Dragons list that I used to play? And top 8 at my first GP with. Can you believe it? Big accomplishment. How that looked. If you're curious. Those were good times. Jace's Prodigy was also a sweet, sweet card. I guess what this does... No, actually, it's not even good against Mirrex. Like, it blocks one Mirrex, but then your opponent doesn't attack with it, and then just... Yeah. It blocks a free too. It blocks the knight. I guess that's what it does. Mirrex, huh? That's the route to victory against me. Guess that's what Seedshark is good for. Blocking Mirrex tokens. The race is on. Oh. Maybe not. Imagine Stan, it comes down to just who plays first and then who gets to activate the Mirrex first. Just a bunch of control decks, just activate the Mirrex. Opponent doesn't have a land. That's not good. In the Mirrex games, you want lands. Okay. Sure. It's actually a bit of a risky line. What if I kill this token? Just get to kill your Emperor. Love it. My comfort zone. Nothing feels better. I mean, if I use my Make Disappear, it's my last counter spell. Ossification? Well, my opponent is not ahead in the Mirrex game any longer. You got it. Someone's missing Bankbuster desperately. I already have one. I guess just Sunfall. It does enable shenanigans. I guess Rite of Oblivion or what have you. Also, I guess if you want to ramp into some sort of cruelty of gigs, but in discard attracts in the process. You got it. Don't think I particularly care. Yeah, like Quick Study is a very innocent effect, but I feel like it does help the deck a lot. I feel like it's good. Sort of so far my verdict on the card. Just making land drops, being an instant. 3-mana Divination, that's a step up, yeah. You know, Wafo Tapa would have killed for that 10 years ago. You know, he would have gone onto the streets of Paris and demonstrated for Quick Study. Maybe even sacrifice a limp. Who knows? I don't want to make any assumptions. I mean, I don't know the man personally, but I know that he would have killed for divination at instant speed. He probably has played some inspirations in his time, which is a decent amount worse. Ah. Yeah, but as you can tell, like, just playing this deck feels like in Platinum Ladder or what have you, it's like cutting with a good knife through butter, pretty much. A hot knife through butter, that's how the saying goes, Arne. Yeah, it just feels pretty good. Esper's still good. Surprise, surprise. Ugh. But imagine I didn't have a quick study. You ramped that way. No. That I cannot allow. Pretty annoying here. Vigilance, too strong. Leyline Binding on my Emperor. On my toe. Playing with fire, of course. If they have an Atraxa, I will probably use the. Well, we'll see what happens, but it won't be pretty. Okay. They have two 4/4s to return. I have to make land drops. Two Void Rends, one of them used. One Otawara. Farewell, I suppose. Gotta clean this board up. Hope at me. There you are. Playing 3 Void Rends, yeah, that's certainly reasonable. Maybe trim a cut down, exchange with the Void Rend. What are we doing here? Just activate this, double. Block, jump. What you gonna do when they come for you? Kinda wanna sack my samurai. Issue with that being, wouldn't have an answer to the Stomper at that point. I use my Dissipate though, I feel kinda naked. So my opponent has a bazillion mana. I think I messed up. That was not smart, I think. Maybe. I guess. Like now I have to actually counter a removal spell. No, that's not true. I can bounce the Stomper, I guess. Yeah, it's like the tempo loss is too heavy now. If I... No, what am I talking about? No, it's bullshit. No, I had no choice there. Actually, no, I think it was... What was it? But like, if I would have used Dissipate, I would have still had a 2/2 right now. And I wouldn't need to Otawara, but then my Make Disappears would also be unplayable, so I essentially wouldn't have a counterspell anyways. Bit of an awkward start, missed land drops for a long time. And then the Virtue got me, returning 3 Stompers. Or 2, I don't know. Stomper was very good. I guess Stomper is the way they win, huh? Stomper, Briefcase kept me on my toes. Virtue finally was good enough. I had to tap out for Sunfall, right? Because the Stomper put me under so much pressure. They went turn 3, turn 4 Stomper. I guess that's how... I don't think I've ever lost a game 1 against Ramp. It's the first time. Just trying to figure out like what happened. And how this is possible. I guess yeah, Stomper into Stomper is the way to do it for them. Not sure on Farewell. Kinda hate it. Kinda don't love it. I think Seedshark is good. Maybe Emperor is fine too. They also play Mirrex usually. They run Beanstalk now, yeah. Wondering if I need a second Farewell for the Beanstalk stuff. I think if I have 3 copies of Seedshark, I can apply pressure to them. Siphon good versus Ramp. So la. I don't think it's... I think... Siphon is one of those cards you could bring in against everybody, but... Yeah, I don't know. Is it good? I haven't tried it, but... I just don't see much of an incentive. You love Siphon versus Ramp? What do you steal? Like Invasion of Zendika, Topiary Stomper. Those are pretty medium. I guess Stomper is good. Love is a strong word, man. I'm surprised. I guess I should try it. Why not keep Own Raya Dawnbringer? Because they play Leyline Binding, you know? That's why, for example. Basically steal win cons. Okay. But is that really what you need? And then you just... But because you can't really jam until turn 9 or whatever, right? Because you want to keep up mana to counter their win cons. Right? Like stealing win cons, I guess making land drops, then lots of their lands are tapped. It just sounds so suboptimal. The question is, do I want to deluge here? Just take a hit. 4 cards in hand. They might have another one. I think deluging is actually smart. Jim! Hey! Returning the favor. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream. If you want to learn for words, huh? You came to the perfect stream, I'll tell you that much. My humble being is breaking the format, well, obviously. Who else to find the best standard content out there? Curious briefcase. I think I'm fine with that at this stage of the game. Ramble familiar. You don't say. Yes. He's finally dealt with. Poor shark. Okay. Bramble familiar. So if they have another Tyrannax, I could be in trouble. This thing has trample too, right? Yeah. If I play my Seedshark, is that? That is. Maybe I should have activated this. And then just swung for 8. What happens? If I play Seedshark, they go for Tyrannax. I block, I go to 1. So they need... I guess that works. Then they are dead. 2, 6, 8. 2, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah. And if they don't have Tyrannax, I should have all things covered with Negate, Disdainful Stroke. Yeah. All right. Seedshark looking good. Have a great stream, bud. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the raid again. Check out Jim Davis, guys, if you're looking for entertainment and good plays. He's your man, and a very, very great guy as well. Good luck. Oh, get off my plane? What does it mean? You gotta get on your plane to Worlds, don't you? Delicious. Anything else I want to change? They have the Bramble turn 2. I guess that means more mana dogs, which might means I want some removal. Are they all playing Bramble 4 times now? It's one of Jim's soundboard movie codes. Okay. You shouldn't come to your stream for entertainment high level plays. No, of course. When I'm not online, you can go to gym, or you can, have us both on multi-stream. Get the best of both worlds. It's a bit of a slow hand, but get lands and spells. I'm keeping it. Yeah, I mean, if I would have a counter spell here, I wouldn't play the shark, but because I do not, I will play my shark. Just having a mid draw here. Okay. They just drew this, I assume, because otherwise they would have done it last turn. And at this stage in the game, I feel like I can't lose no more. I guess they can crack the briefcase for value. But that is so slow. Yeah, just play beach pass. I guess I could kill the bramble. Yeah, that's probably a good call. Negate me that. It's maybe too aggressive. I'm just thinking, like, if they tap out next turn, I can just farewell, you know? Get my shark back. And if I take a mana away, what are they doing? Not much. Is there no game sound right now? Oops. Oh, shit. Forgot to turn it on. That's my bad. I always turn it off, and then I sometimes forget to turn it on. I always turn it off when I'm not streaming, you know? What's the worst thing that could happen to me here? If they play land, they can play Fire and Axe. But I guess that's actually really good for me, because then I get to farewell. The standard format is very interesting, yes. You have a lot of valid archetypes. You have like ramp, which you can see across there. You have control, you have aggro, you have mid-range. You have everything, and everything's like sort of bouncing back and forth in playability. I think I'm just going to pursue the Curia Briefcase is going to draw my opponent 3 cards, though. The slower I play this, the more punishing that effect becomes. Could farewell right now. If they have another negate, I get host. But they lose their briefcase and the negate. They would need to draw land to then cast the Traxxer as well. Untap land. That would be the absolute worst case scenario, of course. Best case scenario, I get all my stuff. I just don't think I have to risk anything at this point. So I'm not gonna do so. That's too strong. It wouldn't be too strong if I would have countered the Stomper, I guess. Kind of tempted to kill the Bramble here. Also very tempted to farewell. Like my opponent doesn't have a counter spell, honestly. That Dissipate resolved very quickly. And the way they tap their mana does not show counterspell. They would have left up a Sparrows. They would have had a negate. Guess graveyards can stay. Alright, this worked out. Hey, diamond. Play first. Keep. I could do this 24/7. What are we playing against? Jetmir's Garden Island? Not a control, not a 5-color pile. Herd Migration. Yep. Lands. We farming, exactly. Cruising. Have you played against Beanstalk yet, Ignotus? That card does seem somewhat good against Esper. A little bit of a concern, perhaps. Ooh, Destroy Evil. Oh, that's a spicy one. I like it. That's a very, very good answer for that 5-color deck. Oof. Yeah, that's very nice. That's a good find. Yeah, I think I'm playing against that Alara deck. It's starting to rain outside. Oh, pretty heavily actually. Can you hear it? It's pretty loud. You can close the window. Okay. Siphon Insight. No. No! I will not do it. No. I don't love the Emperor. I don't love Farewell. But I don't have anything. Everything's kind of bad. Go for the throat, maybe over an Emperor. How does the Lara beat counters? Some play beats Beanstalk in a sideboard, yeah. The new 2-mana enchantment that draws a card when it enters, and then whenever you cast a spell with 5 or more, that's pretty good against counter spells. But game 1, you don't beat counter spells. Quick Study would be pretty nice here. Although, I guess I'm on the draw, so I would have to discard. Mirrex. Well, that's one way to do it, I guess. Well, I guess now I'm happy to have the Mirrex. I didn't even think that might have Mirrex. No, I'm happy that I have an Emperor. But I guess because of Mirrex, you should maybe play all Emperors. That might get countered too. Yeah, it will. At least they won't be able to do another Mirrex token. That tapped Darkslick Shores. I mean, if that wouldn't be tapped, I would have an excellent Shark deployment here, and at that point probably won't be ever losing that game. Okay. Maybe that was, I don't know, aggressive. Maybe I should have used Dissipate. I don't know. What are you checking, opponent? Okay. Okay. What's going on here? Nothing. I would kill for a quick study. I mean, I would also kill for a Siphon Insight. It's the same, I guess. No, no, no. Do-do. Do-do. Ugh. Oh, come on. I think it's worth this to play out an Emperor with 5 mana. Just make disappear. It's just gonna get you. Fairies. This kills Kaito, notably. spell stutter, I guess, is what we play around. Not make disappear. Sure. Are you saying you just didn't play cards because I didn't make land drops? Counter spell. Must be nice. Must be nice. I have to exile the Mastermind, I think. Do definitely regret discarding this Farewell, huh? Just gotta make this clear. Or just play out my Emperors, I guess.
We must protect the people.
They drew something with Flash. Or removal. Trying to play around Mastermind this way. Like doing it in the upkeep, so I don't get hosed by that. Could theoretically deny my opponent a loot by destroying the messenger and then trying to Emperor the gigs. Loot at this point is like drawing a card because they likely have a land or something that's not good enough. But then on the other hand, I think I'd rather have the gigs off the battlefield, surely, than have the messenger. They can use that ability. Never seen anybody do that. Or they hit a Sunfall in a land. Well, I guess I'm winning this game now.
I'm home.
What did I discard? Cut down and swamp. Okay. Might want lockdown against them. Neo Silencer, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Seedshark also seems quite nice. Siphon does seem good too. They're not playing the Dream Thief, which I think not that many people are playing the Dream Thief. I think lockdown is maybe not good enough. Not good enough. I'm worried about Kaito to some degree. That's why I still have 2 negates. Keep the Esper control going, man. You're at the right place for that stuff. Yeah, this seems alright. We worried about the end? No, because I don't have Mirrex to kill my opponent. Not worried about the end. Standard better or worse without the rotation? Hard to say, because the experiment is running for a couple of weeks now. I always liked steady rotation. Yeah. And I mean, back in the days, I think what is important is just tournament support. That's ultimately it. Back in the days, Standard was supported, and we only had the rotation every, you know, like we had normal rotation, and it worked for years. It was in-store play when I started Magic for years, and then just COVID hit, and then it all went away. This could turn out to be an annoying matchup for sure, but we'll see. Memory Deluge. Memory Deluge is a good Magic card. Yeah, I think I don't know. And tournament support maybe also, like people just, COVID killed it, and then you could revitalize Standard if you just make the entire season of Legacy European, like the regional championship stuff. If you would make that Standard, you would revitalize the format, but they don't. Pioneer, I think, is a bigger in-store format now than Standard is. And there's that. I mean, they made the decision. They wanted to support Pioneer, so Standard dies off. And the rotation thingy is, I don't know if it's gonna work. Probably not. More tournament support. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not an organized play guy. No, it was. It's complicated, that's for sure. It's not easy. Let's see, Jack. I'm losing a little bit of concentration too. Maybe I'm supposed to play Shark there. Probably at this stage of the game I should not play around Kaito any longer. Go to 4. Well, that works. Phone had a pretty good draw. I mean, this was very excellent stuff. Turn 1 Fairy, turn 2 Siphon, turn 3 another Fairy. Multiple counter spells, duress. I was missing the early Edict to kill one of these. Took too much damage. What do you think Grixis is? Not good enough. The incentive being... Yeah, okay, this Fairy is good. And then I could draw Void Rend, could draw Edict. Suddenly, things didn't really line up for me this game. Maybe Emperor is just not that great. Maybe I want that lockdown. I don't know. I feel like with 4 Edict, you're kind of fine against that Fairy. Denix are really good versus Fairies. Sure. This would be a blue land or black land. This hand has a lot of potential, I feel like, but it's not quite there yet. Let's hope. Let's hope for the good draws. The plates. Are we gonna get our first loss? Opponent just main phasing Siphon Insight? In what world does that ever make any sense? Discard, I guess, if I cast that. Opponent doesn't have Shiat? What's going on there? Just a bunch of reactive cards? Are they playing the same game as game 1 where they want me to miss land drops? Mirrex is not good for my opponent. Mirrex puts me at an advantage in the straw go situation. Have you tested a new creature land for Esper control? I have. I just removed it from my deck. So that's where I'm at. I don't think it's good. So now I make a move. Now I probably just make this move. Or I just want to use my mana efficiently. Although, if I just play Seedshark next turn, what are you gonna do? There's just nothing. Like, that's what makes Seedshark so nice. You can't really punish the card. Like, Disdainful Stroke, Make Disappear, Spell Stutter, Negate, nothing. It slips right under all those. It's cheap enough to play around Make Disappear. It's no non-creature spells, so no Negate. Doesn't cost 4 mana. Ciao from Italy. Ciao back to you. Buonasera. You're still playing the first copy and you still have no... Yeah, I mean, 1 copy. I think that's absolutely defendable. So you're saying you're winning the counterspell war, but you have to tap yourself out if you have another counterspell. And I get 2 incubators out of the deal. It is a fine deal. I don't mind this change here. Exchange. Mmm. Lovely. Naming 2. Aww. There my poor Void Rend goes. So mean. And my Memory Deluge also goes. Alright. Alright.
Strike fast and strike hard.
A cut down target has arrived. At last. You can Void Rend, destroy my shark. I mean, I can just let my Emperor die, I guess. Maybe I was meant to cast Memory Deluge with the... Yeah, get another 4/4. I was probably meant to do that. Thanks. Then I would have activated attack with 6, put him to 10. Yeah, it's too easy. It's too easy.